welcome back to my channel. Obviously you ain't gone nowhere because I told you I was going to be doing 2 videos in one day, so here we are.
Fill the room with the juice.
Anyways, so we're gonna watch Shane's now. Shane's was uploaded 19 hours ago, called Taking Accountability. Honestly, look, let me just start with this. This is gonna be a pretty long spiel. I have never really been a huge Shane Dawson fan. I've actually been confused on how he had fans. And I hate saying that because I know there's gonna be people in the comment section or people that are watching this right now that are probably gonna click right the hell out and be like,
oh my God, how could you say that? Everyone loves it.
I just didn't know who he was. I didn't understand why it was a big deal. And then I think it was around the time where like he was doing conspiracy theories and people were talking about him all the time. And then that's when I was like, oh, okay, let's check out his channel, whatever. Now, has Shane been on my radar? No. Shane has been on my radar once he got into this beauty community drama because Jeffree Star is right there with like Jenna Marbles, meaning I've been following them for a number of years, right? Not following meaning supporting, but I know who they are. I know what, I know what they're trying to do, where their friends are, what they support, blah, 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 whatever you want to call that. So I don't know how this video is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know if I'm going to care. And I also know that him and Jeffree Star owe me $44 because I didn't get my conspiracy palette. So yeah, I might be a little biased in this video. Okay, I'm gonna start with that. I might be biased, but let's get it started. Let's see what the ratio is too.
If you've been watching.
Ooh, okay, so 424K likes and 70K dislikes. #1 trending on YouTube right now. Jesus.
Me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past that I hate. That I wish I could make go away, that I try to make go away by deleting videos or untagging my Instagram things or literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen. Because yes, I apologize to a lot of them, but I'm
not the right word to use.
32. Those apologies suck. I don't know who that person is anymore. Every apology video I've ever made has been from fear. It's me sitting at home thinking the whole world hates me, and crying and hyperventilating, and then just turning on a webcam and just saying I'm sorry, and then hoping people know I'm a good person, and then it'll go away. And that is stupid. That is something that a child does, not something that a 31-year-old man does. That's not good. Right now is very much a time of wanting people to be accountable, wanting punishment for people, and I agree. And that's why I'm making this video. It's a Jenna Marbles video, and it really inspired me, and felt like a sign from the universe that I want to do this. So this video is coming from a place of just wanting to own up to my shit.
So Jenna was your inspiration. Interesting.
That has hurt.
Jenna's video was 11 minutes long. Let me tell you something, baby girl. Thank you. Not everyone's trying to put you a long ass video.
I feel like this moment right now is very necessary. I'm going to apologize for a lot of things that I've done or said in this video, and if you don't accept the apology, that is 100% okay. And I think that's something that as I'm getting older now, I'm realizing, it's like, you can apologize. But
I want to know what he's going to put in this video because, look, I done came across a lot in the past couple of days. And I don't mean to even laugh, but yo, some of the stuff this man has said is really, really, really frightening. Like, it's actually scary. It's actually scary. So, like, my thing is, like, can you necessarily forgive that? Can you necessarily forgive? I'm sorry, but I don't think I can forgive pedophilia, but that's just me. That's just me. Like maybe other people are like, no, I have an uncle that has like, I don't know, Asperger's or something like that. And, we caught him doing this or something like that. I don't know. Everybody has their own like story, their own experience. But for me, I don't know if I can forgive it, man. So let's see what he got to say.
You can't expect the other person to just forgive you. Like
right?
That's doesn't make any sense. So I think this video for me is more about just saying everything I want to say and ways that I want to help be a part of a change and not be a part of a problem, which is what I've been a part of.
Love that.
So I'm going to start with all the racism that I put onto the internet as a adult.
Let's not act like it's just racism, please, God. Let's not.
When I started YouTube, and I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people or Asian people or Mexicans or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I said, oh, this is funny, and I put it on the internet.
That's the only thing he's talking about, you guys.
I look back at that, and
no! Shane, okay, look. See, I wasn't even trying to be hyping this video. I was trying to be calm. I was trying to listen to what you had to say. But look, okay. This video right here, this video right here where he said there was somebody that was like wrapping his hands in ropes, and the person, like, I guess he was doing it really well. It was really, really tight. And he looked up and said, "Did you own slaves? You're pretty good at this." Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too? He said, "Sorry, I just got done watching The Help." And when he said that, I was like, oh my, I just couldn't believe he said that. Like, he's only talking about the blackface stuff. I really hope he talks about everything. I really do.
And I've talked about this before, but when I say I hate that person, I mean it in the most intense way possible. I hate that person so much. That person was filled with sadness, filled with anger about their own.
Are you not sad now? What? Is he not sad now? I thought he had depression or something. Boy.
Issues in the closet, constantly projecting on others, just like, I don't know, just that person is someone who I don't like seeing. And I think that's why I've been avoiding this, because I'm like, no, I already apologize, I don't want to go back, I don't want to see it again, I don't want to see it. Mute it on Twitter, untag it on my Instagram. Like, I just don't, I hate that person so fucking much. Okay, so sorry. So first, let's start with blackface. Blackface was something that I did a lot. Like, I did it a lot on my channel. And there is no excuse for it. There's literally no excuse. I made a video 6 years ago talking about it, and I gave excuses, and I knew it was wrong, and I knew I would never want to do it again, but I didn't do the work. I didn't actually look into the history of it, and why it's so wrong, and why people were so upset. Because
that's what's so crazy, is that you don't know why. Oh my God, let me stop stopping it.
My excuse, I was just being funny. I love black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be funny. Like, all of that.
I can't do this.
Stupid and wrong.
Can't do it.
And I put that onto the internet as an adult, and that is insane. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to anybody that saw that, and that also saw that people were lifting me up and were saying, "You're so funny, Shane. Oh my God, you're so funny." Like, I can't even put myself in that head. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be black and to see this white fucking guy do blackface. And the whole internet at that time being like,
loved you,
"LOL."
right.
That's insane. And I am so sorry. I don't know how to even fully apologize, because it seems like something that is
the thing is you're capitalizing off of it. You make money off of it. If I were to do whiteface right now, I would probably be lynched tomorrow.
I can tell you this.
Let's be real.
I don't have hate for any race.
People would not.
People with weight issues or
they would want to
any
kill
of
me,
that
or they
special
wouldn't care
needs.
at all.
I don't have hate in my heart for
That's what's sad.
But it doesn't make up for the fact that I made jokes about everyone. And some of the jokes were way too far. And I think this year specifically really
they were always
changed me as a person. And I started seeing black people who I know, who I'm friends with, who I've known for a long time. I'm seeing them openly talking about on their Instagram or Twitter the years of anger they've had about racist jokes, about blackface, about, microaggressions, everything that they've gone through. And
it's not even just white people. Black people shit me too.
The entire world.
Everyone, anti-blackness, like
awful. And the biggest problem with me doing that and posting it on the internet was it made young people at the time who were watching me think it was okay.
Absolutely.
And
they do it
that's
to
the
this
craziest
day.
part. It's like
They
I've
do
had
it to this day.
people tell me, well,
They
I used to
won't
watch your
stop.
videos when I was a kid, and yeah, I never saw anything wrong with that. And that is scary, because it made me realize, oh my God, I have been a part of such a huge problem, and I have just been avoiding it.
Yep.
And that's wrong. So I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I added to the normalization of blackface, or the normalization of saying the N-word. That's another thing. I mean, and my justification at the time for that was,
You saying the N-word?
I was playing a character.
Oh,
and it was a
right.
comedy,
He
and
did.
my
A
black
nigga
friend was
bitch
there,
monkey
and,
woman.
that makes it okay.
Not biased. bias. You know, I make the friendships with Shane and Jeffrey public. We take photos, put on Instagram. We've done Instagram stories. I don't try to hide that I'm friends with influencers. And I think that if you're looking for an honest, hard-hitting review that's non-biased, then you're looking in the wrong space for me.
For her to sit up here and say that Shane has always been there for her mentally and spiritually, and that's the reason why she's allowed to be called a nigga bitch monkey woman, because she can sit up here and say she don't speak for all black people, because you definitely don't. Like, the shit you saying, you definitely don't. But the fact that you want to sit up here in the same breath and say, well, yeah, he was calling my character that. Well, okay, well, now how about this? A white person who is under the age of 16 see that skit and say, oh, well, Shane Dawson called his friend a nigga bitch monkey woman. I mean, they're friends. I mean, maybe I can do it to my friend too. Maybe I can call my friend a nigga bitch monkey woman.
I've always seen like Shane receive a lot of love and praise. So when I find out that people don't like him, I'm like, what? It's like the most loved person on YouTube. And there are people who do not like Shane Dawson. I'm just like, wow.
No, it's
Try!
a funny word, especially for a white person to say. Me, as a white person, wearing a wig and playing a character and doing stereotypes and then saying the N-word is something that I should have probably lost my career for.
Bro,
at the time.
but you not, because you white.
Apologizing.
White is right. Your life is lit.
And take away
Privilege
the impact
bitch.
it had, and take away the amount of people that have been hurt by that. Or have felt like I was just, another white guy who can get away with everything. When I really looked into the history of blackface, I looked into it years ago, and it obviously disgusted me.
Bro. Did this man not first say that he ain't look into it? Did he not say he was like, oh, I didn't look into it. I didn't know like the history of it. And now that I've looked into it, I now know. Now he's saying years ago I looked into it, bro. Y'all better tell me. Y'all better clock me right now. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Sick. I felt awful. But even at that time, I still was being ignorant, and I was saying in my head,
You don't care. That's the thing.
that.
You can know something. That doesn't mean that you're gonna care.
Playing a character. That
No.
justification, that is wrong. I mean, I've watched so many videos on the history of blackface and how it was created to make fun of black people, to make them feel less than. And the fact that I, in some way, was a part of that, like the fact that the word blackface now will forever be attached to me, that's the level at which I have been lately. Just feeling very awful about myself, about what I did.
It's not even just black people though, bro.
About the videos I've made.
You did a lot of weird. You've done a lot of weird
from
stuff.
that person, but I can't. Now there was one person who really tried to get through to me for a long time, and her name is Jessica Lee, and probably.
Okay, what I don't understand, and I hate that I have to pause it, especially 7 minutes in the freaking video. That's 20 minutes. But like, he's starting the video with what everyone's talking about right now, which is race, which is Black Lives Matter, black people, black issues, social injustice. But let's also not forget that this man literally said and laughed at the fact that an infant fetus baby died from being raped, meaning the penis killed that baby, the pressure, the penetration killed the baby, and he laughed. He laughed about that. Why aren't we talking about that, bro? He better bring that up in this video, period. He better.
7 years ago, she's a YouTuber, and she tweeted me, and we got into fights back and forth, and my audience at the time was saying racist things to her, and it was so toxic, and I'm so sorry, and it's so gross, and there's no amount of apologizing for it, and I think I was taking everything as an attack, which is so stupid. Like, looking back, that is stupid. I was taking it as an attack. Like, I'm not racist, leave me alone, I'm not racist. And, you know, it's like, okay, but look what you're making, Shane. Like, that, I don't know how I didn't see that. That is scary.
Privilege.
I'm sorry.
That's why you didn't.
But one of my biggest problems was thinking that criticism is being attacked. Somebody's telling me that I did something wrong, I'm going to go on the defensive. And that's not a good way to live, and it's not a good way to grow and change and actually help people. So, speaking of Francesca, there is something on Twitter right now that people are sharing, and I got a text.
Isn't this the
about it
black
today,
woman that
and
he
my
had a
heart
dream about?
completely broke, and it was from my podcast.
Yep.
From 5 years ago.
Yep.
Now, in the clip,
That was
talking
vile.
about- this segment was
Unforgivable. I'm
about
sorry.
Murder fantasies. Like, oh, is there somebody that you really hate or you're mad at? And, you know, have you ever fantasized about murdering them? And how would you do it? Stupid, gross, awful, something I would never talk about now. That podcast is a source of so much awful shit for me.
Y'all
so
go
many
listen to it.
Regrets for me. And
Listen
I
to
loved
it.
a lot of those moments, but a lot of them were like, what do we do to make it crazy?
It was
How do we
way
make
too
things
detailed.
more insane?
No.
How do we make it more shocking?
No.
Like Howard Stern.
It was
Like,
way too
just
detailed
got
for
to a
me. I'm
point
sorry.
where
It made my stomach turn.
because I wasn't even myself. I don't even know who I was.
I don't know who you were, but I don't want to
in the
meet him.
segment,
Not any
I
part
started
of it.
talking about figuratively murdering someone. And
No, it was a dream that you
now,
had,
she believes,
and
a lot
you
of
went
people
into detail about the
I was talking
dream,
about her,
and it
I
was
can
awful.
say, if I had a Bible, I would put my hand on it. I
Lies.
can say, without a doubt,
Lies.
hand on a Bible,
Lies.
that was not about.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Another woman. Not that it makes it okay, because it doesn't. Talking
It
about
doesn't.
anybody like that is crazy.
It
especially a
doesn't.
woman. But it was about a white woman, and the ironic part is
Lies.
that woman was just trying to get through to me too. Like she was just trying to explain
Lies.
to me why what I was making
I don't
on
believe
the
it.
internet is hurting
I'm sorry, I
me.
don't.
It was at a time when I was making a movie.
Don't believe it.
and I was constantly on the defensive. I felt attacked all the time, which is stupid. I shouldn't have felt like that. And it got so bad that, I don't know, it almost made me want to make the jokes crazier. To make everything crazier, almost like as a, screw you, I'm just going to make it crazier. And that's one reason it's hard for me to watch that movie, because I would never make a movie like that now. Ever in my whole life. There were so many offensive jokes in it that were so cheap and shitty and stupid. And there was a woman involved who was constantly giving me criticism and telling me that I needed to stop making so many offensive jokes. And the reason I was so upset wasn't just because of that. There's so many other reasons. I mean, this person really tried to, I don't know, there was a lot. They tried to ruin my relationship. It was a lot. I had a lot of anger for this person. So that anger is gone, by the way. It's all gone. And I'm so sorry to her. And I'm sorry to Francesca. And I should have never talked about it.
I shouldn't have watched this mother. I should not have watched this.
There's so many clips that people are bringing up.
Where is my $44, fam? Because I'm
A few
done.
years ago is when it came out. And they cut out all the parts where I said, pedophilia is disgusting. And they put it together, and it made it seem like I was, talking about how it's normal. So gross.
Bro, see, this is why I don't believe you, is because that wasn't the only time that you were talking about pedophilia. There are multiple videos where when you bring up little kids and kids on your lap. There was a video where you were in the car and you said something about like, oh yeah, like I like. I just can't. And then he was talking about like, oh well, like if you're a virgin and you get a period, like how are you supposed to put this tampon? Let me shut
But
up.
also, I shouldn't have been joking about it anyways, which is my problem, my fault. So I'm sorry if you heard that. There's also other ones too. I mean, and that's something I have addressed before, but my childhood, my past, I've had a lot of pain. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me. I've had a lot of issues with my family. And I took that pain and I turned it into jokes. And I think instead of joking about them so much, I probably should have just went to therapy earlier and talked about them. I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting. That is gross. It is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny or like, oh my God, my child molester character or whatever. It's all gross. And I promise that is not real. That is not
molester
me.
character.
Have I done
I just
sketches
can't.
where kids
I
were
just
saying
can't,
crazy
like-
things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Even I saw a vlog clip of me and my cousin who was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time. And we were, I was doing the birds and the bees talk. Dumb, gross shit. And I remember a few years ago, I reached out to her mom, my aunt, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. Like, this is insane. I can't believe I talked to, my cousin like that. And, she was like, oh my God, we know. It's okay. It was funny. Like, we all thought it was funny. Like, that's just how our family is. So I kind of took that as like, okay, well, then I don't need to apologize for it. But I do, because I posted it on the internet for everyone. Not just my family. I posted like a stupid, weird family moment for everyone. I'm so sorry that I just was so thoughtless with things I was posting for so many years. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I thought, oh, I'm in a weird category where I can say whatever I want. And I did. And now it's the biggest regret of my entire life. All of it. Now, even though my apologies in the past for all of these things have not been good enough, they've not been thought out, they've been very fear-based. They've been not good at all. I do want to say, since I've apologized for those things in the past, I have made a lot of changes in my life. Changes in just every facet of me has changed. I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying, oh, I'm going to stop doing that, guys. I did stop doing that. I stopped doing that stuff years ago. I don't use any racial slurs in my life. I've never used a racial slur in anger ever in my life.
What a fucking nigger. Jeez, oh my god, what the fuck? Sorry, but what the fuck?
It was something that I said in the heat of the moment.
It was something that I said in the heat of the moment. It was something that I said in the heat of the moment.
I said the worst word I could possibly think of, and it just sort of slipped out.
That is not me. That has never been me. I am not a hateful person. I am somebody who took jokes too far and was really, really, really stupid and inappropriate. So all of those apologies, if you accept them, thank you. If you don't, I 100% understand, because there was a lot. And a lot of that is stuff that you probably will never forgive me for. And maybe you didn't know about all those old videos. I 100% understand. I'm willing to lose everything. At this point, realizing how many people I've hurt or how many people I've inspired to say awful things or do anything awful, like to finally just own up to all of this and be accountable is worth losing everything to me.
From the future. I mean, Pearl from the future. Anywho's, so what? What? Were you not inspired by Jenna's apology? You should be inspired by her getting off of her channel. Let's see you delete your channel, Shane. Let's see it. Oh, could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine? Never gonna happen.
And I am not saying that as like a lie or for sympathy. I'm being honest. I want to spend the rest of my life doing things that I love with my heart, that I'm excited about, and things that aren't hurting anyone, aren't offending anyone, and I want to learn more. And I don't want to be someone who's afraid of my past. So thank you for hearing me out on all of those issues. I promise I'm going to do better to even more so educate myself, put more people on my channel that aren't just white YouTubers in trouble. Like that, I'm totally aware of how that looks. Somebody pointed that out to me a couple years ago and I got really defensive over it. And now I'm looking back going, no, they're right. They're right. If you look at my channel, it's a bunch of white people and talking about their problems. And I love a lot of those videos and I'm so proud of those videos, but you're right. I need to open up what I'm doing for everyone. So last week I went on Twitter and it had been about 2 weeks of me getting people constantly saying, address it, address it, address it, talking about the James and Tati situation. I was just going to ignore it. And then when I started hearing, oh, Shane mastermind, the whole thing, it didn't sit well with me because it's not true. So when I finally addressed it, I wrote this Twitter note, which was such a mistake. I wrote it I had a restock for the conspiracy collection and I woke up and
Give me my goddamn money.
Like, we had been pushing the restock for so long that we finally had to do it. And when I woke up and it was out, I just felt so weird. I felt so guilty. I didn't want to I couldn't enjoy it. I didn't want to enjoy this restock when there's something that I haven't addressed that people are really, really upset at me for it. So I sat down and I wrote that essay, which I wrote it to be funny. It didn't come across that way. It came across very angry.
He wrote it to be funny?
It was, but it was also supposed to be funny. It just was a huge miss in every single way. So the part of the Twitter note that I regret more than anything in my life was the part where I said that James deserved a slice of humble pie the size of the Empire State Building. I only want to talk about this situation with love because I feel like that note had so much anger in it. It was just not good. And so I'm going to come at this situation by first apologizing. I'm sorry, James. I'm really sorry. First of all, nobody deserves what happened. Nobody. The whole internet ganging up on someone. Nobody. And who am I to say that somebody needs to be humbled? Me. Like, who am I to say that? I literally have put so much hate onto the internet over my last 15 years of YouTube world. Like, I have put so much shit, and I'm sitting here like, well, because I changed and because I'm nice and this and that, like, yeah, you need to be humbled. It's like, that sucks. I hate that. That was so immature and gross, and I'm so sorry. And I know a lot of people were saying that, well, why did you say you're leaving the beauty community? You were never in it. And you're right. I don't know why I
Period.
said that.
You were
That was
never in
stupid.
it.
I was never in the beauty world. Because a lot of the beauty people that I watch, and I'm
Like,
not
you
just
just
saying
wanted
that
your
because a lot of people
coin.
think I'm lying when I
Okay.
say I
You
really
still
love
want it,
the
apparently.
world and I'm really invested in it. I'm not lying. For the last year, I've been watching beauty channels every day. My whole homepage is just beauty channels, and it's smaller ones. So to know that I hurt those people who
It's
are
smaller
problematic
ones.
and
If it's
just
smaller
don't
ones,
wake
why
up
can't you
and
shout them out
who
right
have been
now?
working their ass off for
You're number one
years,
trending.
for
I would
me
have
to
totally
shit
shouted
on
them
that,
out.
I
At
am
least
so
3.
sorry. Also, I'm aware of how hypocritical it is for me to say I'm above this tea and drama channels and drama, and I'm not like that, and that is so stupid. It's so dumb. At that moment, I was so upset with certain things. It was just me being upset. And it is hypocritical. I mean, I watch drama videos.
Bro,
but
you
when
are
it's about
stressing me
me,
out.
now it's a problem. And I'm aware of how hypocritical that is, and I'm so sorry. This is a huge one. I'm aware that I hold my friends or people I care about to a lower standard than I
Clearly.
hold other people. That's
Clearly.
wrong, and I'm so
Clearly.
sorry. I think I get attached to people who have a heart, and maybe it's covered in a lot of stuff, and maybe they have a lot of issues, but I almost feel like I am attracted to other broken people who have issues, and I want to help them, I want to
You mean
fix them, or I
narcissists.
want to help people see a better side of them, and I'm aware that I'm friends with some people that
Are
have done
narcissists.
some bad things on the internet, and I don't condone it, and I don't co-sign it,
You
and
do.
that
It's
is
okay.
something
get
that
it.
I've always addressed with them privately. I'm ready
You're lying. It's okay.
to own up to this stuff, and I'm ready to hopefully show you guys that it's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's okay to be upset at your past self for making mistakes, but also it's okay if people don't want to accept your apology, or if people don't want to support you.
I just want my $44 back, bro.
I
That's
understand
it. Like,
you
if y'all
watching
really
this video right
hit
now
my
feel
line,
that
gave me
way,
my $44 back,
please,
and gave me some free merch,
I don't ever want you to feel like I'm forcing
Oh.
you to forgive me.
Thank
That's
you.
not what I want to do.
but you're just stealing from black people at this point.
Actions.
Somebody,
And I
please,
promise that
anybody.
Whatever I do next,
Contact these people. Let them know.
good into the world,
$44.
putting hate or drama.
During a pandemic, please give it back.
I'm going to stick by that. So thank
Give it
you
back.
for watching this. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much.
I can't
And
believe I
hope that
watched
you
the whole
learned some
thing, Shane. Let me
lessons
tell you
from
something.
it. Especially if you're young, I hope you learned a lot of lessons from everything that I have done, put out into the world, mistakes I've made. I hope that you can see that and know that it's never too late to address it and to change.
That's how he ended it. You know what? I thought it was gonna be good. Why did I think it was gonna be good? It wasn't good. Yo, Jenna Marbles was better, and it was 11 minutes. I feel like there was so much he did not address in that video. Jenna she called out 3 things in her video, right? Shane Dawson has done so many messed up things, like over and over and over and over and over again, that all white people have ignored for years, that other channels have spoken up about, and have crickets, literally crickets. No one cares. No one cares. Why? Because Shane Dawson is the number 1 person on this platform. He's amazing. Everyone loves him. He is God. He is Jesus. Da 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 da. Like, you could have done so much more. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, we all make mistakes. Like he said, we all make mistakes. And you know what? He's right. We do all make mistakes. And I'm not about to knock it. At the end of the day, if we really want to see people change, and if we really want to see people like be a better person, then we have to like allow that room for growth, regardless of everything that they've done. But of course, you're gonna have your naysayers. You're gonna have people that are gonna be like, nope, I don't care. That person ain't nothing. I don't care. They're gonna be racist till the day they die. I don't care. I don't believe them. Da 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 da. And I like, bro, when I tell you, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, and I understand it. But at the end of the day, support them or not to support them. I do not have Shane Dawson subscribed. I do not have Jeffree Star subscribed. I do not have James Charles subscribed. I don't, because until I see actual action, you're still the snow bunnies of YouTube. Honestly, Laura Lee needs to be called out, but she really been canceled already, in my opinion. I feel like if you still like Laura Lee, that's just because, you racist too. I don't know what to say. Laura Lee come off so racist to me. I can smell it through the screen. I can smell it. I'm like, unseasoned potato salad. let me stop. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about Shane Dawson's apology down below in the comment section. I'm gonna go to IKEA. I'll probably do like a haul video, so if I get enough stuff, I will definitely let you know everything that I bought. I'm trying to redo my room in my apartment, so wish me luck. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. If you're brand new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah. Bye.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.